Your impatience is what is blocking you from completing your goals, following through on your habits, staying on schedule, maintaining a routine, and being one with your rituals. And no matter how hard you try to perfect it, nothing will change. So you have to start learning how to trust life's rhythm, to stop being impatience's victim. Then let's find out what is hiding in the shadows. What is it that is keeping you from trusting life's rhythm? Let's uncover what that is by using the energy of this human design transit that started on December 4th in Gate 5 fixed patterns. So my intention for this video is to help you to understand the energy of Gate 5 fixed patterns, how it looks and feel in its shadow, as well as provide you with some journal prompts so that you can reflect and journal on to do your inner work, your shadow work, and uncover what is hiding in your shadow that is keeping you from trusting life's rhythm as part of your self-discovery and healing to support your well-being, your health, your joy, and your prosperity. So grab your notebook or your journal and something to write with. Feel free to grab some tea and a candle, and let's get started. Now, if you're new to this channel, then welcome to Dvn Bluprnt, where we help you to awaken the divine design in you. And if you're not new, then welcome back. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it helps with getting the message out to others. Now, before we get into the shadow of Gate 5 fixed patterns, I would like to start off with one of the universal laws known as the law of rhythm. Now, there's a natural rhythm that weaves itself throughout our lives, and this rhythm just flows on its own. It knows where it's going, it knows what it's doing, and this is happening automatically. You see, its instructions were divinely written to move, progress everyone forward. And this same type of rhythm lives within each one of us, and it's unique to each one of us. Now, this unique rhythm is what creates the beats, the patterns in your life. And these patterns are determined on whether you allow it to flow naturally through you, making beautiful music, or whether you are trying to control and stop its natural flow. Now, when you interrupt the natural flow of this rhythm, you create harder challenges in your life. And this is what is known as the crisis. Now, a crisis occurs when a vitally important decision has to be made, and this is a point in your life when a change must occur, whether the outcome is for better or for worse, or for good or bad, but you are too afraid to make the decision because you are scared of being on the wrong side of the decision. Now, this lack of decision causes you to get stuck in that moment, slowing down your natural rhythm, causing you to live in your shadow, and causing the movement of your life to be in a delay, a lag. It's like you are pausing your life to live in the past. Now, this is the stuck feeling that you are feeling. By you not willing to make the decision causes you to become a victim of your shadow and addicted to some form of suffering. And in order to reclaim your life and get back into your natural rhythm, live in the present moment and allow your life to flow so that you can live the life you desire, you have to be willing to make the hard decision and accept the outcomes. Now, let me ask you this. Are you tired of living in your shadow? Are you tired of living in crisis mode? And are you ready to take back control of your life and get back to your natural rhythm of life to start seeing your life flow? Then I have a 9-week mentorship program that is limited to a small group of people that focuses on strengthening your internal boundaries, which are connected to your values, your mission, which is also known as your purpose, your vision, and the strength of all of these are necessary when you are making decisions and taking actions because they help you to see the truth. Now, to learn more about this exclusive program and to grab your seat, then click the A Time For You link in the description box. We look forward to seeing you there. Now, let me take a moment to explain what are shadows and how they are formed. Now, understanding this part of the video will help set the foundation for the remaining parts of the video. Now, as human beings, our bodies are made up of pure and mass energy. And pure energy are your thoughts, it's your spirit. And mass energy are your atoms, the matter that you hold, your positive and negative charges, and that heaviness that you carry in your body. You see, these energies vibrate up and down, and this is known as polarity. This polarity is your single unified energetic personality, and it's also known as your true authentic self. This is your true energy, your natural rhythm, your natural flow. Now, when your masculine and feminine energy are in harmony with one another, they're working in unity and they are fully connected to your spiritual support team. Now, in order for your true authentic self to interact with life, It experiences it through dual energetic personalities, and this is known as duality, split energetic personality. Now, this duality exposes you to the pair of opposites such as light and dark, cause and effect, better and worse, good and bad, objective and subjective, conscious and unconscious, and I can go on. Now, this push and pull is what creates the dynamic that you experience in your life. And when you come across an experience that requires you to make a hard decision, and this hard decision causes you to ignore the truth to replace it with facts, and in order for you to ignore the truth, you have to put on a mask, which creates a shadow version of yourself. And being in this state causes your connection to your spiritual support team to be interrupted. Now, shadows are formed due to some type of fear, and this fear is associated to a belief that you've accepted. And the acceptance of this belief has caused you to compromise yourself, give away your authority, your value, your power to the belief becoming its victim. Now, this victimization is expressed through your thoughts, through your words, and your emotional behaviors. And these behaviors may seem normal to you because you're constantly expressing them throughout your life, and your body feels extremely comfortable in this emotional state. But this is what is causing you to either blame others or feel shame in order to abandon your values, to avoid your purpose, and to keep you in an addictive state of suffering and constantly giving away your willpower, depleting your energy, lowering your self-worth, keeping you stuck, making you feel unmotivated, causing you to make poor decisions, and as a result, you endure their hard consequences in your relationships, in your finances, and in everything around you. Now, until you have the willpower to recognize the beliefs, their repeated patterns, the thoughts that are associated to the beliefs that are constantly circling in your mind, you will continue to be their victim, you will continue to compromise your power, and you will continue to wear the mask. Now, when you are in a state of suffering, you may feel that shadows are bad, but in actuality, they're not. You see, they're a part of your spiritual growth and development, your spiritual maturity, and their purpose is to help you to see different aspects of yourself that you are expressing that are not from a place of loving and valuing yourself. You see, they're the areas where you are giving away your willpower, where you have compromised, and where you have shut down different parts of yourself, keeping your energy low. Now, love is what keeps your energy high, and it's based on adventure. It's based on self-responsibility and accountability, which can only be experienced when you are willing to take the risk and break free from the mind and live from an open heart. This is when you live in unity with awe, with the acceptance that what you do to yourself, you do to others, and what you do to others, you do to you. And when you are in unity with awe, you know your value, you know your worth, you know that you are divine, and you are selflessly loving others. Now, to help you see these different aspects, you have to start recognizing what they look like so that you can start changing the beliefs, their behaviors, and the thoughts that are associated with them. Now, this is where the human design transit comes in. You see, the human design transit occurs every 5 to 6 days, and these transits temporarily highlight specific energetic gates, allowing you to consciously interact in a more focused way with the specific energy and the shadows that they express to help you to identify the patterns of these shadows so that you can break these old beliefs that are depleting your energy and that are keeping you stuck, always struggling, and addicted to some form of suffering. And as a result, you can start to raise your vibration of your energy to restore it back to its true polarity. Now, when you are working with the energy of these transits, it is helpful that you know your human design blueprint so that you can focus on healing your unique energetic blueprint. You can get a free human design blueprint online. And we also offer a human design foundational workshop to help you understand how to read your own energy so that you can learn how to manage it by making decisions and taking actions that are specifically to you. Now, we are all born with a unique way of using our energy, but society, our parents, our community, and etc. has encouraged us to use our energy the same way as everyone else. And this is where the compromise comes into play. You see, this misuse of energy is due to the decisions and actions that you've taken or did not. And it's what is causing you to lack motivation causing you to procrastinate, to struggle, and feel stuck. So it's important that you align yourself back to your energetic blueprint so that you can call back all of your depleted energy. Therefore, you can be whole and well. So check out our link in the description box to grab your seat in this workshop today. Now let's get into the energy of Gate 5 fixed patterns. Now from December 4th to December 8th, the human design transit will be in the energy of Gate 5 fixed patterns, also known as the Gate of Rhythm. Now during this time, this is your opportunity to detach yourself and become the observer of how the shadow of this energy is affecting you. Now this video can be used anytime after the human design transit as part of your inner work, your shadow work, as you are on your self-discovery and healing journey. Now the energy of Gate 5 fixed pattern lives in the sacral center, and this is the chakra center of your personal code of ethics. You see, it's your internal boundaries, which determines your relationships with others, your ability to make money, and how you use your power. It's where you create and birth things into existence, and it's your home of your life force and sexual energy, as well as your right to feel. Now, when you're living in the shadow of your sacral, you will live in a state of constant movement, not knowing when enough is enough, and this is due to you fearing the loss of control or being controlled. This lack of control causes you to lose your sense of survival instincts, your ability to create and feel self-sufficient, and as a result, guilt will settle in, making it hard for you to set boundaries, to honor yourself and honor others. Now, living in the shadow of Gate 5 fixed patterns, you become a victim of impatience, and this impatience stagnates your natural rhythm, your fixed patterns, making it hard for you to maintain and complete your habits, your goals, your rituals, your schedules, and your routines. Now, the reasoning behind this impatience is because you lack trust in the natural flow of life, and your insecurities are making you feel as if time is running out. Therefore, you are trying to control the direction of the rhythm. Now it's time to detach and become the observer, and here are the first set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What are the top 3 areas of your life where you're being impatient and not allowing your natural rhythm, your fixed patterns to explore? Why and how does it make you feel? 2. What is causing you not to trust your natural flow of life and why? 3. What beliefs are associated to this lack of trust and why these beliefs? 4. How does these beliefs influence your decisions and actions, and how are you trying to control your life as well as others, and why? And last 5, what would you have to accept in order to allow yourself to see the wisdom of trusting life's natural rhythm, to start trusting your inner guidance? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Now the shadow energy of Gate 5 fixed patterns show up as an addiction to abandonment. And this abandonment is caused by the mind trying to control the body's habits, its routines, its schedules, and rituals through its beliefs, creating conflict between the two. And this disharmony doesn't allow the natural rhythm of the spirit to integrate with the mind and the body to explore and be adventurous with the direction that life is moving. Now, this lack of exploration and adventurous causes you to either be excessive or restraining, lacking purpose, no rhythm, unable to maintain, complete, and achieve your goals. Now, until you have the willpower to start trusting life's natural flow, then you will continue to be its victim. So now it's time again to detach and become the observer. And here are the second set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What beliefs are trying to control your habits, your routines, your schedules, and or rituals? Why and how does it make you feel? 2. How has these beliefs caused a disharmony between your mind and your body, and why? 3. How has this disharmony caused you to lack exploration and adventure, and why? 4. What would you have to accept to start trusting your fixed patterns, your natural flow of life? And are you willing to accept why or why not? And last 5, what changes would you have to make to start valuing and allowing yourself to connect to your inner wisdom and heal? Therefore, you can start trusting life and integrate with your spirit. Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Now this gate 5 fixed pattern shadows has 2 emotional behavior patterns. One is a freeze or fawn pattern and the other is a fight or flight pattern. Now the freeze or fawn pattern causes you to be pessimistic, giving up on life, not willing to expand and follow the flow of life. Now the fight or flight pattern causes you to be pushy, and this pushiness is an underlying anger that you have because life is not moving fast enough for you. Therefore, you assert yourself to push life in your own direction. And as you are pushing life, you will also push people around as well. Now, both of these shadow energies make you a victim of abandonment. The freeze or fawn is rooted in fear, and the fight or flight is rooted in anger. So now it's time again to detach and become the observer. And here are the third set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. Which emotional behavior pattern do you tend to express more, the freeze or fawn or the fight or flight, and why? 2. Looking back, what would you say have been the root cause of you feeling pessimistic that created the fear that makes you want to give up on life's natural flow, and why? And 3. Looking back, what would you say would have been the root cause of your pushiness that created the anger that makes you feel like you have to control the direction of life's natural flow, and why? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Impatience can only be dissolved when you are willing to trust where life is naturally moving you. When you start to trust in what is possible, your impatience turns into patience. And this patience is an acceptance of what is to come, the ups and the downs, the possibilities, the expansion, the opportunities, the opening to life. Now, patience is not about waiting on life, but flowing with life, being grounded and finding a peace of mind in the movement of life, knowing that your spiritual support team is guiding you and your goals through your habits, your routines, your schedules, and your rituals towards you becoming the highest version of yourself. Now, to get to patience, you have to learn to trust. You have to learn to trust in your rhythm, trust in your flow, trust in the divine to lead you where you are meant to go. Now, until you decide to trust, you will continue to live in your shadow. You will continue to be a victim of impatience. You will continue to devalue yourself, and you will continue to be out of rhythm with life. So now it's time again to detach and become the observer. And here are the last set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What would you have to acknowledge, accept, and forgive yourself for so that you can start being patient and trusting in your inner wisdom to lead you where you are meant to go, and why? 2. How will you reunite with your spirit, relax in your body, and calm your mind in order to start listening to how it is communicating to you, and why this practice? 3. What actions will you have to take in order to make all of these changes? And last, 4. What internal boundaries will you have to put in place to ensure that your new changes and their actions will not restrict you and cause you to revert back to living in your shadow? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's move into the importance of setting boundaries. You see, when you are being the victim of impatience, it leads you to disrespecting other people's boundaries. And this is because you are too afraid to honor your own boundaries. And this dishonoring is due to your lack of trust. You see, your lack of trust causes you to delay your response when you have to make a decision and take actions because you're worried about being on the wrong side of the results. And this is where your internal boundaries come into play. See, as you are evolving on your spiritual and physical journey, your internal boundaries become very vital because they help you to stay accountable for how you love, value, and you honor yourself. You see, they help you to determine the level of trust that you have within yourself. And as a result, you see, you're mindful on how you give away your personal, your mental, and your emotional power to your decisions and your actions. Therefore, you don't deplete your energy, and that your mind, body, and spirit are integrated, as well as they help you to stay presently connected to your spiritual support team, making sure that you're able to hear, to see, and feel what they are communicating to you so that you know who and what is in your best interest. You see, your boundaries are not something you voice to the world. They are internal, and they should be helping you with making decisions, taking those actions so that you're not compromising who you are and how you are going to no longer allow yourself to wear the mask and live in your shadow state. Your boundaries job is to allow you to stay in a single polarity. And this is the collaboration, the synergy, the unification with your whole self. And therefore you are expressing your true self, and you are in complete control of who you are by being fully grounded to receive the inspiration, the message from the divine, to having the mental clarity to transform the inspiration, that breakthrough, that message into your creative expression so that you can take your creative expression to confidently be seen and heard. So remember to always take time to think about what boundaries do you currently have in place and whether those boundaries are allowing you to stay connected and expressing your true self. Now, to help you on your self-discovering healing journey, I have an exclusive 9-week mentorship program in our online university. Now, this mentorship program is limited to a small group of people who are interested in learning on how to get out of constantly living in their shadows and are ready to take back control of their lives and live in their desires. Now, during this mentorship program, we will focus on building and strengthening your internal boundaries. And the goal is to help you to learn how to drop the struggle, the addiction to some form of suffering, which is what is causing your procrastination, your lack of motivation, the things that are depleting your energy. And this is due to you compromising to agree to put on the mask and live in your shadow. You see, these shadows came about because of the beliefs that were created out of some form of fear, and you are now expressing their behaviors unconsciously. And as a result, you are experiencing their hard consequences, which are causing you to devalue yourself, affecting your relationships and your finances. Now, these beliefs and behaviors have moved you further away from your soul's mission, your purpose, your vision, and your values, which are all required when you are making decisions and you're taking actions. So to learn more about this exclusive mentorship program and to grab your seat before they're all taken up, then click the Time For You link in the description box. I look forward to seeing you in our next program. And if you haven't already, check out our Human Design Foundational Workshop. The link is in the description box. Now, the last thing I would like to mention before ending this video is that while you are processing your emotions during this transit, it is important to create some form of grounding practice to help you stay connected, to stay grounded, to stay rooted on earth, balanced and calm during this energy. And as part of your grounding practice, and while you are reflecting and journaling, you can connect with your ovaries as a woman and your testes as a man to get an understanding of what fear, guilt, or anger you may have related to your relationships, to your finances, and creativity. Now, these transits, this energy is available for all of us to use if we choose to or not. And if you decide to use it as part of your inner work, your shadow work for your self-discovery and healing journey, as part of helping you to activate higher levels of your DNA, the memories of your ancestors, the healing of your bloodline, and learning to trust that life is working in your favor, then make sure you are following your human design strategy and authority. So during this time, learn to be patient and go with life's flow in this Gate 5 fixed pattern. And don't forget to like so that others can see, and share so that others can learn and heal. Subscribe, and feel free to leave us a comment to let us know what Gate 5 fixed patterns is revealing to you.